Hey everybody, and welcome back. So in today's video we are setting up our June budget. So we are going to be laying out all of our June stickers, filling in some of the numbers that I already know, and then some of them we don't have quite yet, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So we have all of our June kits here from the Etsy shop. So if you're interested, there is a link in my bio. You can go over to the Etsy shop and check them out. But we are going to flip to June here. All right, perfect. So on this first sheet here, we like to just set up some monthly views. So a top strip and a bottom strip here. And that word is so difficult for me to say, and I don't know why. All right. So there's that. For this month, I know for groceries, our budget is a little bit tighter for this month than it normally is, but there are 5 Fridays this month, which means we are going to get a paycheck 5 times this month, which is awesome, because usually when that happens, it means we'll have some that we can set into our sinking funds, debt, savings, those categories there. But for this month, we might be focusing on just sinking funds because I need about $100 more in car taxes to finish funding those up. And then birthday needs to get replenished a good bit because August is our next birthday, and right now we don't have anything in there. So we're going to work on that for August for Alexis. But that's probably going to be our goal this month, is to fund up some sinking funds. This page here is the one right behind the monthly view. We set up our debt. So we lay down 2 thick washes on this sheet. We like to track, oh my goodness, words, Melanie. They're not coming. Transactions when it comes to our debts. We like to keep track of like the date that we pay them, how much we paid them. And then for the one, sometimes we'll write down how much went towards principal and how much went towards the interest. We have 4 total debts, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll leave that one down. All right, and then our strip here. All right, so we are going to go in and write in our debts that we do have. So we have the Highlander, which is more of the family car that fits all of us in it. Then we have James's car, which is the Camaro. We have my student loans. Then we have medical. All right, so student loans hasn't changed. It's $10,519. And then medical hasn't changed. It is $15,595 there. So just waiting on the Highlander and Camaro to clear, and that will be done for those. Draw in our lines. And let's take a green and kind of pull some green in. The bottom down here. All right. All right, so that is perfect. There we go. So now we have our debt tracker done. Just got to add the Highlander and the Camaro, and then when we start making our payments, we'll add that in down here. All right, flipping on over another sheet, we do our paycheck breakdown and our budget here. So we're going to do the budget side first, but we're going to go ahead and just lay down the thick washi on both sides. Alright, so we're going to start with the budget side. June budget. Flip it over. Alright, first we need our income sources. So this month we are kind of going to break our income sources a little bit differently than we have previously, so we need to adjust that. So there will be 4. So we'll have James's still. Then we'll have me, which will be from working at the club, and then if I get any DoorDash money, those 2 will go together. And then we have our YouTube and Etsy that we're going to put together. So one income. And then we have other for if anything else pops up throughout the month. Those are going to be our 4 sources for this time. All right, for James, for this period, there's 5 weeks, and I did 750 times 5, which gives us an estimated amount of $3,750 for his paychecks this month. Then for myself, I budgeted $400 to come in. For YouTube and Etsy, I predicted $50 because I think I might get paid from YouTube this month, but I'm not 100%, so I didn't want to go over too much and throw us off. And then other, we didn't expect anything. So our total amount of income coming in for June will be $4,220. That's what we estimated, predicted, all of that. Now, this here we will talk about in a minute, but we're going to go ahead and put down our fixed All right, on our fixed side, we have the cars. That's at $920 for both of them. We have rent, which is $600. Then we have Allstate, which is $314. Power, which is $191. Cell phone, which is $166. Internet, which is $66. Student loans, which is $60. And then pest control, which is $33. So these here are already fully funded. They were funded from May's income and are ready to go. They're already in the account, ready for the bills to come out for that. Let me add this side up because that's a new amount. So we have $920 plus $600 plus $314 plus $191 plus $166 plus $66 plus $60 plus $33. So for our fixed side, it is $2,350 is what it is. And now for the variable side, all right, for variable side, we first have water, which we have $89 budgeted for water. Then we have groceries For this month, we have $500 for our groceries. Then we have gas, starting at $400 for the month. Spending was able to get $100. Miscellaneous, $50. Sinking funds, savings, debt, cushion, and unbudgeted are also ones that we like to keep track of. Okay, and none of those have anything. It depends on the current month if we were able to add anything to it. Sometimes we are and sometimes we aren't, so. All right. And for this side, our total amount is $1,139. So these here all were fully funded in May. So that's how I know exactly how much we have in those categories. Now to figure out what we're going to do with that, I'm going to show y'all. But I'm going to lay down some stickers. Let's see. Let's do these ones. All right, so we're going to leave this one here. And then do the red one here at the bottom. Cute. All right, so now we're going to flip over back here and do our paycheck breakdown. All right. All right, there's that one. Do our script. Now this one here is my absolute favorite page because it's the way I was able to save using individual sheets while doing our budget. So, all right. So for our income sources, we are going to have the same income sources as we do here going into this month. So we have James. We have myself. We have one income. And then we have other. All right, and then we have the same estimated amount of budgeted number. So 3,750 for James, 400 for myself, 50 for one income, and then nothing for other. So that is the numbers we're working with. So that one. All right, then we're going to take our expenses, lay that one down next. All right, so now we're going to list all of our expenses. I usually try to get it from the highest to the lowest when it comes to all of our bills and stuff, and then like spending, sinking fund, savings, debt, cushion all get put at the bottom because they're not as important as getting our bills funded up first. So we put those at the bottom. If we have anything left over, then they get some love down there. But to start off, we do have the cars budgeted at $920. We have rent, which is $600. Oh, hold on. 4,200. This here is the minimum number that we are working with that we cannot go over at all, by the way. Then we have groceries, which is 600. We have gas, doing our 400. We have Allstate, which is 314 now. We have utilities, which includes power and water, which is $280. We have AT&T, which covers our phone and internet. They don't pay together, but we group them together on this sheet here. So that's $232. Then we have student loans, which is $60. Then we have pest control, which is $33. So that covers all of our main bills and groceries and gas. Then we have our miscellaneous category, which covers anything. If we run out of grocery money, we use it for that. If anything pops up that we don't have like anything else to spend it on, it comes from miscellaneous. So that's $50. Then we have personal spending. And then we're going to put $150 towards that. Then sinking funds is $150. Savings is $100. I broke it down a little bit through here, but most likely I'm going to put most of the money into sinking funds for right now. We have debt, putting $150, and then the cushion, $161. Now, let me add that up and make sure I didn't go over because it's a lot. So, okay, so we didn't go over, so that is awesome. So 150 or $4,200 is what we have. So if more comes in than that, so if his checks come in more than $750 for the month, we are doing even better. So, but if they come in a little bit lower, we're still doing all right. We will work with it. This one. Sitting here trying to find the total one. Okie dokie. So 4,200. And if I get paid from YouTube this month and it comes in more than what I put, that's even better as well. So lots of factors. All right, so there is our paycheck breakdown and our budget set up and ready to go for the month. So now we have this one done. We're going to flip over another sheet. We are going to do our weekly check-in here and then a transaction log on this side. And for our weekly check-in, as y'all probably have seen some of my videos, we check in for 5 categories. So groceries, gas, spending, miscellaneous, and then if anything comes up that's unbudgeted. So we like to keep track of all of those. All right, so there's that. So we have week 1. So we'll skip those 5 lines and then lay down the next ones. Usually we do about 3 to 4 check-ins each month, depending. Most likely we should do 4 this month as long as nothing comes up to stop us. So we are going to do that and I'll be right back. All right, so there is our weekly check-in side. Just got to draw in the lines and write in the categories. All right, now for our transaction log side, literally we just laid down our script and our line and put our scripts and this one. And then we will draw in our lines and track all of our transactions that are in our monthly view over here. Keep it in a running line, running total transaction log, old school time. So it's easier to look at than having to flip back and forth from the monthly. All right, so I'm gonna draw in the lines and I will be right back. All right, so that is our weekly check-in and transaction log. I'll just fill in groceries, gas, spending, miscellaneous, and unbudgeted. and that's all is left on there. Then we have our transaction log. Now our last setup that we do is for sinking funds. We do this to track how much we have in sinking funds and where we're using it at. So we will have sinking fund side and then a transaction log side over here to track how much we're pulling out to spend on any particular category. So we're going to go ahead and just set up the transaction log side up first. There we go. Let's move it a little bit away. Okay, there we go, perfect. And then for our list of sinking funds goes on this side here. All right, and for this one here, I try to list them in alphabetical order. That way they kind of just flow, makes it real easy to find them and goes right straight through them. So let's go ahead and put these in. First up, we have Alexis. This is including anything she wants to do or activities and things for her. Then we have anniversary. Then we have birthdays. Bubba. Same for him. Anything, any activities he wants to get into, a sport or whatever. Then we have car maintenance. Car taxes, which we just paid James's in May. Mine is due in August. So we have June and July to make sure that's funded up. I want to say last year it was a little over $400. I'm hoping it comes down this year and it's less than $400, but we'll see. Then we have Christmas. Clothes. Family fun. Gifts. Holiday. So any holiday that comes up that we need anything for, we try to pull from there. Then we have lawn care. We have medical, which here lately we've been using the HSA count. So I might just get rid of medical here. Maybe. I might leave it and just put enough in it for like restocking band-aids and like first aid that way. Because usually I use the health savings account just for like prescriptions, co-pays, and bills that come in. So then we have mail, and mail is mine from when I have money left over from my personal spending at the end of the month. I add it in here and let it save up to do my next haircut, which is about the only thing I spend it on is getting my hair trimmed up or getting it dyed. So then we have pets. We have 2 dogs. Next up we have Phoenix. Sam's Club. This is to renew our membership. School. Stephen. Vision. And then utilities. Okay, so those are all of our sinking fund categories that we have for our household. So let's lay down our total strip here. I'm leaving one line just in case throughout the month we add anything or whatever. Who knows? And then close it out with this one. Perfect. All right, so I do have the numbers for our beginning amounts for sinking funds, but y'all will see it in the results video on me closing it out. So stay tuned for that. So Alexis now has $645. Anniversary is 100. Birthdays doesn't have anything, so that's where we're looking at really adding money to. Bubba has 200. Car maintenance has 60. Car taxes has 248. So about $100 more, and I would feel much comfortable with car taxes. Christmas has 281. Clothing doesn't have anything. Family fun has 26. Gifts has 45. Holiday has 10. Lawn care has 25. Medical doesn't have anything. Myself, we have 13 in mine. Pets has nothing. Phoenix has 200. Sam's Club has 100. School now has only 18, which luckily school's over, but we will have back to school stuff that we'll need to buy school supplies and clothes and all that fun stuff again. So we're going to need to get that one funded up. Steven has 200. Vision has 300. Utilities has 55. So all of these added up here does total us to $2,526 for our sinking funds. So hopefully we have a good amount come in, because I would love to see some of these get funded back up a little bit to more where I think they should be at, especially with things that we have coming up for the rest of this year. But that is what we were sitting at for now. Let me go ahead and take this washi here and lay it down on this side. So the last thing I have to do is just draw in the lines for this sheet. So now we have the lines drawn in. We can make sure we write our description on what categories we pull any of our sinking funds from, so that way we kind of know. But let's go ahead and do a quick flip through of the whole month. So here is our monthly view where we will track our cash envelopes and all of our bills and what days we do not spend any money, considering those no spends, and I love it. This month there are 30 days, so our goal is 15. I'm going to strive for 20 this month and really push to not spend any money other than those. Then we have our debt tracker here where we track all of our debt in there. And then down here we track all of our individual payments for our debts. Next up we have our paycheck breakdown, where each week when we get our paychecks come in, we will break it down into all of our categories and figure out where we're going to put it and stuff it into our envelopes. We have our budget overview here. This is the amount that we're going to be working with to fund stuff for July. And then this here had been fully funded from May, so those are all set to go. Just have to mark them off when they've been paid. Then we have our weekly check-in, where once a week we will come in and sit down and review what we have spent for the week, see what we have remaining, and go from there for the next few weeks or how many we have left. A transaction log here to see it running straight down this way and kind of give us an idea that way on where we're spending our money at. Then we have our sinking funds that we have set aside here. These are small little savings that we set money into to fund different things coming up throughout the year. And then this is a transaction log to track when we spend money from those categories. And that is our full budget set up for the month of June. So now that we have got that set up, we are ready to go and get started for the new month. We only have a few more days in May that I'm recording this. So super excited. I'm ready to start a new month and see how it goes, especially with having an extra week for a paycheck. So it's always fun for those weeks. But I really hope that y'all enjoyed this budget setup with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you're notified when I post videos. Push the post notification bell. And I can't wait to catch y'all in the next video. Bye-bye now.